Thank you. So, Emily, I know this is a big night for you, and I hate to start this off with bad news, but the truth is that Alex actually asked me first. So, January 2001, Alex and I are freshmen in college, and at this point we had known each other about 4 years. My earliest memories of Alex are more in bigger groups. I remember 10th grade English class. I remember, hanging out with people in our grade, with the Fab Five. Every now and then we might get together, we might download music off of Napster, and we might burn some CDs. But for the most part, we didn't really hang out a lot one-on-one. So, like I said, January 2001, we're both home for Christmas break for college, and I think it just so happened that most of our friends were off doing other things. So at this point, we started spending a lot of one-on-one time together, and I think we bonded over that, whether we're talking about life or faith or future or whatever it was, we really bonded, and we're getting ready to go back to school, and he's dropping me off at my parents' house, and he said, "Hey, man, when I get married someday, I want you to be my best man." And so, part of me was like, dude, you're single, you don't know when that's going to happen, you can't ask me that question right now. But if you know Alex, he's stubborn, he's hard-headed, so to shut him up, I was like, yes, I'll be your best man. That's how it went for you too, right? So, to be fair, I did, once Alex washed Emily's feet and put the ring on her finger, I did give him the chance to exercise the opt-out clause, which I'm up here, and I just want to say that I'm honored to fulfill this role tonight. Those of us who know Alex and have known him for a while know that he's got a big heart, he's a good guy, and it's been kind of hard to understand throughout the years why he stayed single. And I know that there's been moments where he's been content with it, there's been moments where he struggled with it. The content moments were moments where, he sees that he has freedom. He can get up, he can go travel, he can get on an airplane, he can do things that a lot of married men can't. Then kids come along. He sees that, all right, when he worked at Clear Channel, if he wanted to, to go home at lunchtime and take a nap for a few hours, he could go do that. But then in the low moments, one particular story comes to mind, and it's not like it was an extreme, depressed, low moment, but the thing that comes to mind is, it's late November, probably about 5 or 6 years ago. I don't think we've talked about this since, but I'm going out for like a 9 or 10 o'clock grocery run late at night, and Alex sends me a text message, and it says, "Hey man, I'm going to do my own personal 25 days of Christmas. I'm going to watch either a Christmas movie or a Christmas special every single night in December." And so part of me was like, I like Christmas, I like getting into the season, that sort of thing, but then like when I really started to add things up, I was like, this guy really, really needs a woman. I think Alex is easy to rag on just because you look at him as a small guy in the midst of a lot of big friends. When you're playing sports or, he is, like I mentioned, he's stubborn and hard-headed, but he's not afraid to talk trash in a lot of it. I think a lot of us this weekend have talked about, are you Alex's friend if you've never been in a fight with him? And I've never been in a physical altercation. That's just not my thing, but back when it was kind of an expression, when we were friends in high school and college, when he would make me mad, I'd be like, man, I really want to hit you in the face right now. And if you know Alex, he's like, do it, hit me in the face right now. And he'd do that for 10 or 15 minutes because that's who Alex is. Like, he brings it on himself, but I know it. I'm getting closer to that. But for all the hard time that we could give Alex, just in really thinking about y'all and your wedding and getting married, two things stood out to me. One was patience, the other was love. When I think about patience, I think about where y'all are in life and how both of y'all probably didn't expect to get married at this point. I think about Alex, I feel like I've seen you set a bar high, and you would not compromise on setting that bar high. And when we would hang out with Alex, when he would come over and he would hang out with my wife Andrea and I, we would talk about it before or after he would leave, but we would also talk about it to him. And the one thing that Andrea was always consistent in saying is, Alex should never settle for quote unquote better when his best is out there. Emily, in seeing you with Alex and the way that y'all are together and the way that y'all love each other, I know that you are his best, and I'm so thankful that he met his best. You've held up well. Stop crying. All right, and then love. So if the true essence of love is holding those, it is caring for those other than yourself more than you, I feel like Alex embodies that quality well. If you ever go out to eat with him, he always knows the name of his waiter or waitress. If he comes over to your house like he comes over to mine, I don't even get to spend time with the guy because he's playing hide and seek with my kids and he's getting beat on by them. Sorry, give me a sec. You're supposed to be the one crying, not me. Thank you, I appreciate it. But, and I'm losing my train of thought, just getting caught up in all this. But, train of thought. But I think at the end of the day, if you think about how much effort he puts into relationships, how much he loves people, how much he cares for people, how much more is he going to love the one woman that God set aside to be his forever? Alex, goodness. Alex, I love you. I'm so thankful for your friendship. Emily, I'm so thankful that you married Alex. I can officially welcome you to the Fab Five now. Here's to 2017, the year of the trans. To Alex and Emily, cheers.
You got me. You got me. You got me.